have 6 assignments in whole course. They are kind of easy for those students who are already know the.
As an Indians, right, when we come to Canada, they expect you to have a GIC. Hi, hello everyone, this is Krishna. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Canada Krishna. Let's start our video today. Welcome to the part 2 of Faizah's interview. If at all you didn't had a look at the part 1, kindly go through the part 1. I have it in the iCard and as well as in the comment section, so that you get complete information and you can jump into part 2 to understand much more detailed way. You have a weekly assignment?
Yeah.
And how much would that wait like?
They usually give 2 weeks to complete one assignments. For my folklore course, I will say that I have 6 assignments in whole course.
Oh,
and
okay.
trust me, they need interview on it. They need the all consent form, and also talking with the people from here, the local Canadian people.
God,
so
okay.
it sometimes get hard because I'm new here. It's not easy for me to find a local Canadian
so
to give.
what kind of interviews you need? I'm very curious about that.
It's a folklore. Folklore means that the knowledge and the traditions from the past.
Oh, okay.
And Canadian people loves this. And if you interview them, they will talk a lot about it.
Yeah.
Because they are involved in it. So my all assignments are always about like what handwork they are doing, like how long they are doing this, are they still continue doing this work or not. So these all are about these assignments, and I need to take those interviews too.
So I can understand that you are from the business grad, so they just want to know the history of the Canada a little bit and how the people work, their psychology.
It's not just about you have to take interview from Canadian people. There are also like for one assignment it should be from Canadian, but from other it can be from anyone.
Yeah, I understand. Because for engineers, right, it would not be the case definitely, because it would be mostly of the technical stuff and
actually that's not true. If any students from science background like engineering students, if they are taking this course as an elective, as I have taken this course as an elective to complete my credit hours, so they also need to definitely do this. It's not like it's my mandatory course, it's I'm doing because it's an elective, and this one was easy, that's why I chose it. Yeah, because it have a less exams, right?
Yeah, I agree. I'm just curious that what kind of percentage of marks you get from the assignments, and if at all you have exams, what kind of exams there? Is it like MCQs, multiple choice questions, or like you need to?
Do you want me to explain my whole course to you?
Yeah, fine, why not? Yeah.
Okay. So it's 4 years of program.
Yeah, okay.
And there are 120 credits.
Oh my God,
and we need 40 courses to take. And each courses has a different types of assignments, and their marking is also different, and it completely depends on the
professor. Yeah, I can understand.
Professor.
Yeah.
So if I talk about one of my specific course, for example, it's folklore. Yes, as I have mentioned about it earlier. So in folklore, there are 6 assignments, and each assignment has each different percentage. Like my first assignment was 10%, second was 20%, but the last one was 30%. So that's how it was,
Did you have an exam for that course?
And also I have midterm and also the final exam.
Okay.
Both are 50%, and my whole folklore course was 200.
Oh.
The exam was based on 200. Yes.
Is it like exam is like a MCQ one, or you need to start elaborating the stuff and is it like
in midterm I had to answer the short questions, but in final term I have to answer 40 questions. Sorry, not 40, it's 49 questions.
49 questions, yeah.
Yeah,
is it like MCQs or?
Yeah, it was
MCQs. Okay. So it is going to be in the class, right? Invigilation on
Yes, it was on the class, but it was on the bright space. As you know, what's bright space?
So it is like almost like a lab where you start
it's like we give our exam online, but stay in class. And that's also same for my economics course, where I have all the exams were in online, like we have to take our laptop to the class and we will give our exam. So it's an in-person exam, but also in online.
Yeah. So you need not elaborate. Most of the time exams are like, you know, MCQs and
Yeah, that's all are just MCQs.
Oh, that's little bit relief, I
And
guess.
it completely depends on the professor. You know, some professor would like to give you some short questions or like some big questions.
It is a bit shocking because whereas in our countries, right, I think it should be same in the Bangladesh. You have a typical examination where you start to elaborate all the questions. Oh
yes,
my
yes,
God,
it's like, but here it's very easy. Here you just need to answer some easy questions, or like whatever your prof has, you know, studied you in the classroom. It's all based on this.
So how did you feel about your course? Is it like easy or like is it difficult?
If I talk about my English, folklore and economics course, it was fine for me. But for the math course, it was not easy that, because I have already told you before that I was in Bangladesh in my 12th grade. We didn't have maths, and because of that I didn't meet the prerequisite in St. John, so I had to give math placement test and I had to score more than 70%, so my score was 85%. And then I was able to take a math course that's a prerequisite for most of my business courses.
Oh my God.
And Math 1000 is a calculus course, like just the beginner math calculus course. As I don't have the basic of calculus, so it was a bit tough for me to handle all those differentiation. I have to take the differentiation, also the limits. They are kind of easy for those students who are already know the basic, but as I don't have, I have to struggle a lot, as I have told you many times, you know.
Yeah.
That's the course that gave me headache.
So talking about your part-time jobs, I know you're working along with me, you're a colleague of mine, but still, how do you feel like, you know, in the working there?
Working there is, you know, it's sometimes uncomfortable, but sometimes it's comfortable. Depends on what type of day I have faced. But still, I love to work there because if I talk about the food chain work in here in St. John's, it's really tough, you know. Yeah, I have went to the food chain into Tim Hortons for like 3 days I have been, but after that I just
you're not able to take it.
Yeah, I just literally leave their job because it's too much hard. So compared to that, I feel like the job in retail store like Lotto and drugs, it's like much more comfortable. What you have to do, you have to stay on the cash, you have to take
do the stocking sometimes.
Yeah, stocking sometimes. And as you are so supervisor, you know that.
Oh my God. Very fun. Don't go to that. Is it the money which you're earning from the part-time, right? Is it like sufficient for you or like how is it?
For my living expense, it's sufficient. You know, it's sufficient, but I want to earn more, so that you know, in the upcoming semester, my father don't have to take all the responsibility. I know he doesn't have any issues with it, but I also wanted to, you know, take that.
Yeah.
Even if I can pay it half, I would be happy.
I agree on that.
Yeah.
So, do you have a GIC? Back in India, we used to, you know,
no, we don't have anything like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's quite shocking for me because as an Indian, right, when we come to Canada, they expect you to have a GIC. GIC is like, you know, you need to pay 6 lakhs or something Indian currency, $10,000 to be precise in Canadian. You need to pay to the Canadian government bank here, like CIBC, RBC, any bank. You need to open an account and pay some couple of lakhs there, and they will give you a guaranteed certificate. Once you get the certificate, you can actually take that and apply for the visa process. So now what they expect you from that is, because once you come here, you have some monthly income getting from them. They cannot give you complete amount also, they will give you a chunks of it. Say for example, once you land here and once you start opening the GIC account, you get 2,000 Canadian dollars. Okay, after that, like 2,000 is sufficient for you to, you know, settle up yourself, right? So once you settle up, it's like every month you get $750 something for 1 year. So yeah, your money only they'll give it to you back, but as an installment, right?
Yeah, but you know, still you are getting something. You are working, and also you are getting this, even though it's your money, but it's also adding up. Sometimes it's, you know, satisfying. But we don't have anything. Yeah.
Thing is that what usually like whoever takes the GIC, right, they don't want to spend the GIC. Thing is that they will save complete GIC and try to pay the semester fees. It's just there for the, you know, as a security or something. They don't usually use it. So what I personally do is I use GIC. I'll try to save completely my salary. So I get only 730 as a GIC, whereas salary is around 1000, right, per month. So it should be fine. I get more to be saved rather than, you know, doing all my GIC. So that's a bit shocking because Bangladeshis doesn't need to go through all the GIC process. It's not hectic, but it is like obviously time consuming, right?
It's time consuming, but still, as you say, that most of students steps up these things to pay their tuition fees.
So what kind of suggestion you would like to give anyone who is coming to, you know, Canada from the Bangladesh or anywhere from the country as a girl, or like, because boys we give a lot of suggestions. As a girl, right, what do you feel like?
You know, as a girl, if I give me suggestions, so there will be a lot of people who will say that you are a girl, why you are coming to Canada, or why you are coming to study abroad. I would just say that just ignore this. If you are planning to come here or anywhere, just focus on that. There will be time when people will, you know, doubt you. They will say you are wasting your time or this, and that once you will be married, it won't be any, you know, worth it.
You're spending a lot of money on the study, and you know, what if you need to marry, right? So.
But trust me, these persons will, you know, when you are succeed, this will person come and appreciate you.
That happens.
So just ignore it. I have also faced many things like this. I have just ignored it. You know, sometimes it might breaks you, like, you know, you feel crying, but
the strongest point which we got from the interview, I would definitely say that it's just
you have to be determined. You know, I was too determined. I had a very, I won't say that I had faced a lots of problems, but still there are some things that always push me, like from my, you know, relatives or something. So, but I was determined.
Somebody pokes you with something.
Somebody pokes. Yes, I said already that I didn't take any preparation for my university exam there. Everyone is saying me that I was taking too risk. It's not worth it. But I was determined that I will come here. It's not that if you come here, you will do a great things, and if you stay back at home, you won't do anything. It's not that. It's that I was always dreamed to study here. So if I dream something, I will definitely do everything to achieve it, no matter what it is. So that's the advice I would say.
Thank you for all your time. You know,
I
took almost all of your time, I guess, for the evening.
Thanks to you that I have get to talk a lot about my experience. I have talked a lot, so that's great. Thank you to you.
Thanks everyone. I think you got some information from this video. If at all yes, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So if you have any doubts, kindly let us know in the comments. If at all we have enough doubts to ask Faizah, we will have one more interview with her, so that, you know, she can explain all your questions and all. So thank you guys. Until the next video, take care.